to Amnesty International, there are around 300,000 child soldiers in the world, many of them actively taking part in combat operations. Thousands die each year on the front lines, but there are also many survivors who end up with deep psychological and emotional scars. Well, this week has seen the International Day against the use of child soldiers, and to mark it, our correspondent Cyril Payan has been to one of the worst affected countries, Burma. There, children, often from very poor backgrounds, are recruited into the army or are forced to join those fighting the government itself.
It is a morning much like any other in this village in central Burma. We are with Sophia. He's only 20 years old, but he's already spent more than 5 of those years in the Tatmadaw, the Burmese army.
What do you think when you look at this?
It's the end of my life as a soldier. What did I learn there? Nothing, except to obey, to say yes, sir, good, sir. And then go and fight at the front with my gun and kill people.
Sophia is regarded as one of the luckier ones. Along with dozens of other children enrolled into the Burmese army, he has just received his discharge papers under a demobilization program launched by the government, all part of its creeping democratic transition. Returning to civilian life, he has just arrived back home.
It was as though they'd kidnapped my son. They recruited him, promising him the earth, and then he found himself in combat. He was still so young.
I knew it as soon as I arrived at the army camp, but it was already too late to return.
The man outside is Sophia's uncle, a recently retired soldier.
Yes, I am angry at my former colleagues. They forcibly recruited my nephew, and I'm also a bit ashamed for the army. The front is no place for a child. I chose to join the military. One should not be forced or tricked into such a situation.
The Tatmadaw is one of the largest armies in Asia, with more than 500,000 recruits. Obsessed with the defense of the country, the Burmese military has, however, only fought its own people. For 5 decades, the military machine has been mired in grinding wars against ethnic guerrillas and the brutal crushing of pro-democracy movements. Cautiously, a few Burmese human rights organizations are beginning to shine a light on the abuses committed by the Tatmadaw.
It's commonplace in Burma to enlist minors for work or to send them to the front. The ethnic rebels also use child soldiers. But the Burmese military is by far the worst transgressor. They need a lot of recruits.
But these reluctant recruits have little love for the military machine. We head to the Rangoon suburbs to meet with a former child soldier. He deserted 2 years ago and struggled to survive, finding work wherever he can.
I was sent to the front twice. I could not take it. And in the end, I ran away. Yes, I deserted.
Despite the dozens of young soldiers demobilized in recent months, estimates suggest there are at least 70,000 minors still in the ranks of the Burmese army. As the country begins to open up, the government has consistently failed to respond to questions of its continued use of child soldiers.
All my friends are still there. I know the Tatmadaw continues to recruit kids like us.
With the young deserter, already a veteran of 2 wars, we head into central Rangoon for a meeting that would have been impossible a few years ago. 2 former enemies will meet, a Burmese child soldier and a Karen guerrilla enlisted into the rebel army when he was 13. Their common point, having served on opposite sides of the same front.
So which battalion were you with?
I was in the infantry battalion number 32.
All right, yeah, I know this battalion. You served in the Lotus Lake area. When were you there?
All through the 2008 offensive.
First kind and angry, but now I'm thinking about they are the children, soldier, and worry to him. I also am a child soldier.
An end to the use of child soldiers is one of the many reforms promised by the new government. While yet to be honoured, there is at least hope.
Yeah, fascinating report there for Focus from Burma from Cyril Payan. Now we've got the latest from the Olympics.